Welcome back, first graders. It's so good to have you back with us and be back in math and start with our learning again. I'm so happy to have you back here with us. I'm so excited, but we're going to go ahead and do some refreshing, get our minds thinking back about math, get ourselves back in the right spot so that we can be ready to go and that we're ready and pumped up for our learning to go. To come up in the next couple of days. We're going to start off by going back through cubes and understanding cubes again. We're going to talk a little bit about the steps, some of the math action words, and then we're going to solve some problems today. And I've got some great assignments set up for you. Should take not long for you. Follow along, paying attention. That'll help you get through this even quicker today. Let's jump right on into cubes here, and let's talk about what cubes stands for. Obviously, that C right here at the top, starting up here, we see that C stands for circle the number. We're going to always circle that number on all the problems when we're reading through them. Doesn't matter what it is, we're going to circle that number so we can keep track of it, always paying attention to the biggest number, okay? We're going to underline the question. Always underline that question. Like I said, first graders, a lot of us like to start at that question mark and go backwards. We go backwards, starting at the question mark to the capital letter so that we know where to stop our underline so that we know what the full question is. That helps us see the whole question, helps us understand it all. Then next, we're going to box the math action words. Today, we're going to focus a lot of time on our math action words, and we're going to spend a lot of time really making sure that we understand what our math action words are and what math action words we need when we're moving forward with an equation and everything like that. We're going to use our math action words. Like I just said, those math action words are important. We're going to write an equation. That's always really important to have that equation written down because it helps us see what we need to do. Then lastly, we're going to use we're going to use a picture or another math tool to solve the equation that we just wrote. And then always, don't forget to use your labels. It's so important to have those labels. And you can see me down here, sitting down here, reminding us to don't forget to always use cubes when you're solving story problems. It helps you do it right. It'll help you get it right, and that's really important, all right? Okay, let's move to our next page here. Let's talk about some math action words really quickly. Let's talk about math action words when it comes to addition. What are some addition math action words that we know of? Let's start with first one. I know the biggest one that you're going to see a lot of is the word more. You're going to see the word more for addition. That's always going to tell us that there's more. Or there's always anything else that we can think of. I'm going to think of if, joined. If something joined, or if I got more of something, they're joining a group or joining it. So it's kind of the same thing as more, but a little different there. And we're going to come back to this. And as I read some of our other story problems today, I'm going to add some more math action words. All right. Now for our math action words, I want you always paying attention. When you see Miss Browning on her snowboard, you know that that's a reminder for your math action words. So when we see Miss Browning in action, remember that that's telling us that that's a reminder for our math action words. All right. Now subtraction is, I think, the easiest one to come up with math action words for. I think the first one in my mind that always comes up is that someone left. I'm kind of hungry right now. Somebody ate or they eat. That always makes me think that they're taking away our subtraction. We'll keep coming back to that, but I think this is a good start for us. Let's jump into our word problems and let's start solving these, and let's go through these and see if we can find some more math action words. We're today going to work on page 85 and 86 in our math workbooks. I've got it here ready to go, nice and neat in our Seesaw assignment, but you can also do it in your workbook. Take a picture of it and post it here. Don't forget to do that. Let's go ahead and start with number 7 here. Let's take a look at it. I am going to remember my cubes, and we're going to start with my circle the number. All right, I see 2 numbers here. I see the number 10 and I see the number 7 right off the bat. So I'm going to go ahead and circle those. Underline the question. Notice how I haven't even read it yet, first graders. That's because I'm not ready for that yet. I'm getting myself set up so that I can see it better and understand what it's asking me better. All right, underline the question. I started my question mark. I go back until I find a capital letter. There's that first one up there. I don't like the way that looks. I'm going to fix it. That wasn't much better, but we'll keep it. All right. How many are sleeping is the question that it's asking. All right. B, math action word. Here's where I got to read it so I know what's going on. Let's take a look. 10 kittens are in bed. 7 are not sleeping. The rest are sleeping. How many are sleeping? Now, I got to think back. I don't think I saw any of the math action words from my previous page here where it says more joined left 8. So let's go take a look and see if I can find one. Let me read through it. 10 kittens are in the bed. 7 are not sleeping. So 7 are sleeping or not sleeping. There's 7 awake. It wants me to know how many are sleeping. So and there's 10 total. The rest are sleep. The rest. I think the rest is going to be my math action word. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to add the rest to my math action words. The rest. That tells me that's addition. All right, let's come back over here. Let's get ready and let's write. So we've got to box that math action word. The rest. Now I'm going to write my equation. So I know that 10 was the total number we had. So everything equals 10. And it said that 7 are not sleeping. And I said plus because the rest is a plus. It's an addition math action word. So I'm writing my plus there. Plus the rest that are sleeping equals 10. Well, now I've got to solve it. I'm going to draw a picture. I know that I've got to have 10, but I'm going to count on and draw my picture. So I'm going to start with 7, and I'm going to count on until I get to 10. So I'm going to take my 7. I'm going to put it in my head. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I drew. Let's see how many I drew. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Let's put it up here. 7 plus 3. Let's check. 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3. Yep, perfect. 7 plus 3 equals 10. Awesome. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? All right. Emma. Oop, I don't know why I'm reading it. I didn't even forget my steps. That's not a good thing. Let's go back and think. What is my first step? C. Circle the numbers. Let's circle the numbers. I see a 5 and I see a 9. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Underline the question. Well, I see my question mark. I'm going to go backwards. Oh, that's not a capital letter, so I'm going to come to the next line up. And there's my capital letter. How? H. Capital H. Tells me to stop there. Now let's look for my math action words. Now I can read it. Emma has 5 beads. She gets some more beads. Now she has 9 beads. How many beads does she get? I heard my math action word in there. More is sitting there waiting for me. So we know that this is a addition problem. All right. Now our biggest number is 9. If it's addition, then we know that we're making the biggest number. So it's going to equal 9 because that's the biggest number. And it gave us one number already. So Emma has 5 beads. She has 5 beads. Then she gets more beads. Oh. How many beads does she get? So it wants us to find this missing addend here, and that's what we need to find, okay? So we're going to look at our missing addend, and we're going to say, let's go ahead and do our counting on picture again. I'm going to go ahead and put 5 in my head, 5, and I'm going to draw my circles. 5 is in my head, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me count my circles. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. 5 plus 4. Let's count on using my fingers. 5, put it in my head, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my 4. It works. Perfect. Now, if you notice, I haven't done something because I got really excited about my math. And this is something that a lot of us do. And I am going to give you a hint. You should look at my answers. I did all my work, but did I put my answers down? No, because I got excited. I'm excited to be back in school, and I'm excited to be back here, and I just forgot to get it done. So I'm going to go back and make sure I put my answers in right, okay? So I said 7. I said that 3 was my answer. And now I got to think, what am I talking about? Well, it said kittens. 10 kittens are in bed. How many are sleeping? So I know that I'm talking about kittens, all right? And down here it says beads. So I knew that my answer was 4, and I'm going to make sure that I write beads. Now let's do our last one together, and then I'm going to let you go and get started on your own today. Let's take a look here. 8 boys are at the park. Once again, I'm reading and I shouldn't, but we're going to go ahead and get moving on this one here. And I know that 8 was right there at the top. So 8 boys are at the park. I see that there are 3 boys that left because I see my 2 numbers, 8 and 3. I'm going to underline my question. I'm starting my question mark, go backwards. My question says, how many boys go home? Ooh. Let's take a look here. 3 boys are at the park. We're looking for a math action word. We're going to box that math action word. 8 boys are at the park. Some boys go home. 3 boys are left. How many go home? Well, let's think of math action words here. Left is part of that subtraction math action word. So I'm going to remember that. So I'm going to come in here and put a square around my math action word left. And it tells me that it's subtraction. This is a subtraction one. So I know that in subtraction, my biggest number goes first and my biggest number was 8. Then it says that some boys leave. All right, well, we are leaving some boys. So minus blank equals, move myself over here. And it said that 3 were left. 8 minus blank equals 3. Well, let's see here. I got to take away some from 8 to get to 3. I know, thinking about my fact families, what number can I add to the number 3 to make the number 8? Let's draw a picture. I'm going to start with 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to draw circles and count on until I get to 8. 3, 4, because that's the next number. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to look down here at my bottom row and see how many circles I drew to get myself there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I have 8 and I put down 5 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I should be left with 1, 2, 3 fingers. So we know that 5 boys left. Excellent. Well, first grade friends, I want you to please work on pages 85 and 86 in your workbook, numbers 10 through 14, please. You'll see my work. I'm going to leave my work here on the page for you so that you can see it when you come into the assignment today, and you can see all the work that we did here together today as a reminder of what we did. Remember to come back and look at your math action words, and always remember to use cubes. Thank you, first graders, so much. It was so good to see you. I can't wait to get